Okay, guys, I'm sorry for this delay. I drive a big truck and I drive part-time fill-in, and they've had a guy that's had some pretty bad illness, so I have not touched this thing in over a week nearly. Spent yesterday getting my 1100 Suzuki going. It hadn't cranked since the winter due to a battery problem and a key switch problem. Had to get that straightened out and fixed. So at least here we are now, back semi on the Dozer. I got one side mounted. Went and bought me a little new master cylinder from a from a '64 Chevrolet pickup half-ton. Had to crowbar it right here to where it would have extra strength when it pulled back. It's going to the front, the front drum brakes that I told you about that I added. There's the brake line, going up front to it. It's not going to be as banging stopping as I thought it was going to be, so I'm probably going to end up putting some brakes on the back to assist it. I want this right. I want it to where when you just pull the brake handle slightly, it'll turn. Far cry better than what it was. I've only got this one side done. I started on the left side. There's where I teed in the dual bowl master cylinder, but I had trouble with that. It seemed like the master cylinder was wanting to fight itself. It would empty one bowl and fill the other bowl up, so I just quit on that side, and finally got a little bit of time mixed in with yesterday and today to finish this side over here. So like I say, it works, but I'm just not, the brakes are going to work fine. They're working fine now on this side, but it's just not as strong as I want them to be. I want to be able to reach up there and pull that handle and it turn immediately. So I'm going to make you another little video here to show you how well it is turning now. So here we go. Excuse the way I look, I'm nasty as always, but I wanted to catch you up on what I've got going, what I've got done. There we go, that looks pretty good. Alright, here we go. Like I say, excuse the way I look. And I also found out in the last video why it was dying. I didn't have the throttle cable hooked up and the electronic switch was vibrating and it was cutting itself off. So now that I've added the throttle cable, that problem is correct. Sure is nice to reach up there and be able to control the engine speed with the throttle cable. I just got sick of that and went down to the junkyard and temporarily hooked me up a little throttle cable. But you can see it's turning now. It just don't. A grown man could drive it with no problem, but a smaller child like a 8 or 9 or 10-year-old that occasionally wants to get on their daddy's lawnmower and cut grass, he wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm going to make some rear brakes to assist it. I don't know how long it'll take. But when I get through, nearly a newborn baby will be able to reach up there and grab a hold of it and cause it to turn. I've decided that's the way I want it. Just take a little bit more time. I'm not in no hurry anyway. I'm kind of dreading the day that I get it finished, because I'll have to start on something else. Yesterday at the Tractor Supply place, I found what will be some perfect bogey wheels to go up here. I mean, absolutely perfect. They're $25 each. But I don't believe you could go to a machine shop and tell them what you wanted and then make any wheels that would look any better or be any prettier to look at than what I found at Tractor Supply. Got their own grease fitting. $25 is a lot to pay for one wheel, especially when you need 8 of them. So that'll be a couple $100 just for them wheels. But I got a little ways to go yet before I get to that point. Folks, I hope you hadn't gave up on me. Like I say, I drove every day last week. A lot of times didn't get leave, go in at 5:30 in the morning, and not get off at 5:30 and 6 that night. I was tired and just didn't want to fool with it. But when I make the next video now, both sides will be fixed, and I'll have some assisting brakes on the back, to assist it. And when you lock it, a lot of people thought them front brakes was going to cause the chain to pop off. I didn't think that was going to happen. But you never know. Anything's possible. But I just didn't mechanically. It would have to a French harp them tracks, and they're just too stiff. They're too bigger tracks for that to happen to. You pop them little tracks off them teeth, and buddy, I'm telling you, you have done some major league popping. They fit that, and them teeth fit that chain like a rubber glove. Alright guys, hope you enjoy it. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Making headway. We're getting there. Can't wait to get started on the hydraulics and the blade. That's when it's really going to get nice. Get my cleats put on it. Let me show you what else I bought. I got another goodie here I bought at the tractor place. You know, on the front where the big pulley is too small. You know, some people think that first gear is too fast, and I agree. You've seen it just now in first gear. It's pretty slow, but not slow enough. Look what I found. $14 for that at the Tractor Supply, and it is the one that's in there now is about a 6-inch. So this one here is a 9-inch, which will slow it down by half. Whatever you've seen it just now doing when it was in first gear, whatever it was doing then will be cut in half. And you talk about creeping then, but I've still got second and third gear if I need any speed to get out of the way with. That is one of the nice things of having a multiple gearbox. Even though first will be granny slow, if you put it in first and tried to go from here to that Jeep sitting yonder, it'd take you half a day to get there. But you can shift up to second and third and go on. It'll still be pretty fast in third. Alright guys, next time you see it, the brakes will be complete. I promise. But I just wanted to show you that I hadn't given up on it. I've just been working so much. Finally got my old 1100 going, buddy. I love my bike. I'll never do without that bike. Ain't like my off and on switch. I wrote off with a black marker down to bottom fast. I'm going to draw a little turtle. When I get it painted, I'll put some little stickers off and get a little turtle to put up there, and then a turtle and a rabbit, you know, like it's supposed to have. And really, I can't wait to get that big pulley put on it, because buddy, that thing, it is going to slow it down. Have to buy a longer belt. That ain't no problem. Alright guys, see you next go round. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.